And we are live. Welcome back for Spark Spaces episode 6. Things are happening really quickly. And if you haven't seen our most recent announcement, you will be forgiven. We've literally just gone out on the wires a few seconds ago. But today earmarks another grand, auspicious development and step in terms of the Spark ecosystem. And of course, we've got Marcin, who is the co-founder and Chief Operating Officer of RedStone. So welcome, Marcin. We'll hand you the mic in a little bit for an introduction. But yeah, today is exciting. So we literally just kicked off Spark Rewards, which is a new partnership program that we've got. Basically, for all the DJs out there, what it essentially means is that you have now the opportunity to boost your APY across all of the Spark ecosystem activities. But Sam will also give us a little bit more into the insights and the fundamentals and mechanics of what Spark Rewards is all about. So yeah, thanks for tuning in and dialing in. And yeah, let's without further ado, Sam, we definitely don't need an intro for you, but I will expect one on a regular occasion on these calls. But Marcin, welcome. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule, and congratulations, obviously, with your recent token launch, a massive success a few weeks ago. And all we see is positive action in the market. So well done, considering, in spite of all the uncertainty, I think that we're trying to navigate right now, but Red Token is doing exceptionally well. So Marcin, please introduce yourself and a little bit more about RedStone.
Thanks, Phil. Hey, everyone. Good to be over here on the Spark Spaces. A pleasure. I'm Marcin, co-founder at RedStone Oracles. We are right now the fastest growing Oracle on the market, providing both the push and the pull Oracle models. We specialize historically in yield-bearing assets, such as liquid staking tokens, liquid restaking tokens, Bitcoin liquid staking. Interestingly enough, Babylon launched its mainnet and baby token today as well, which is one of our partners. And personally, I'm responsible for go-to-market, joining conferences, chatting with people, and making sure that the DeFi and on-chain finance expands as we, create new opportunities. Like for example, here with Spock, and for example with Securitize, who is one of our partners in terms of tokenized assets, where we deliver price feeds and data feeds for the DeFi use cases, which I also know happens to be a partner for Spark. Really good to be over
Oh,
here.
well. Awesome. Thank you very much, Marcin. Welcome again. Sam, how's it going on your side? And maybe you can give us a little bit more insights and a description of what Spark Rewards is all about.
Yeah, I mean, it's going super great. We are super pumped to be finally releasing Spark Rewards. We've been working on this behind the scenes for a while, and who better to kick this off with our great partner RedStone? So the program is a general rewards program. We're going to be incentivizing various activities. So if you want extra yield, check back frequently, follow the Spark account, and you'll be able to be kept up to date with all the latest rewards programs that we'll be running. So for the first campaign that we're running, as with RedStone, we're going to be distributing 960,000 Red tokens for the first month. And so this is for people who supply CBBTC into the Sparkland market. You will start earning these rewards as of 3 p.m. UTC, which was about an hour ago. So this program kicked off. We have another page that we've introduced. In the top right of the UI, you'll see a little icon for Spark Rewards. You can click into that, and it shows you how much you're accruing in real time. You can check back there, and once every week, we will be distributing the rewards for this program. So the claim rewards will be pushed out on every Monday, except for the Monday coming up. We'll skip that one, but then it will start on the following Monday after that. So you're able to claim pretty frequently, and we think this is going to drive a lot of value to the protocol, and just really exciting to kick this off.
Thank you, Sam. Awesome. Marcin, I'm going to hand it to you for a bit. In your opinion, beyond obviously the financial gains that it brings to the end user, why do you think a project like this or a program like this is so important for the greater landscape of DeFi and crypto?
A good question. Well, One, crypto is known for creating models that incentivize users to do actions that you would like them to perform for the growth of the either the protocol or the ecosystem in general. Specifically for this campaign, you like users earn rewards for supplying CBBTC, which is Coinbase Bitcoin version. um, I believe it's one of the assets that is important for the industry. Like Coinbase is a huge player. I have a lot of respect for what they're doing and achieving over there. Also, many times going the right and the hard path instead of cutting corners. And in my opinion, it's an excellent asset to start the program with. One, it allows also users to, for example, if you've never utilized that market, you can be attracted by the program to start doing so and then learn about the asset itself. So, what is the difference, for example, between BTC, VRAP BTC, and CBBTC? So, there's also the educational component for newer assets because usually those would be probably utilized in the campaign itself. And two is also to probably do a bit of a how to call it an event when a new asset will be introduced to the Spark lending in general. That's probably Sam is better positioned to say like what are the plans of introducing new markets. But whenever there's going to be one, especially in the bootstrap phase, it is important that users get enough confidence and incentive to explore that in general.
Perfect. Sam, do you want to add anything on just in terms of from a Spark perspective? What do you think some of the highlighted objectives might be for this type of partnership and beyond Redstone?
Yeah, I mean, Marcin covered it pretty well. I've known Marcin for a while now, and so now we have Redstone oracles contributing to the security of the protocol. We have the market's been fluctuating, but 3.16 billion in deposits right now, and these are mainly anchored around the BTC and ETH price feeds. And so Redstone is one of the great partners we use to secure this price feed, and yeah, it's just a very synergistic relationship. So yeah, as Marcin said, I think bootstrapping markets is a good reason for using token rewards. I can kind of get people interested, involved in the space who maybe would have ignored it before, but now they can kind of dive in, get a feel for the app, and maybe they want to stick around. And so it's a very good tool for kind of getting people interested. But yeah, I mean the rewards program will serve many purposes. Previously, we've ran rewards campaigns that were more like on-chain. So the Sparkline market actually has a built-in on-chain reward distribution mechanism. But we found these kind of get gamed sometimes. So it's actually much better to run this off-chain version of rewards, which is what the Spark Rewards program is, so that we can target very specific behavior versus like previously, like if you do on-chain programs, there would be some like looping behavior that's undesirable that you can't really prevent. But now we can have much more sophisticated, so that for example, people who are supplying CBBTC, if they borrow it again and then resupply and stuff like that, these kind of mechanics can be worked around. And so yeah, this sort of much better targeting is why we've introduced this more sophisticated off-chain system, and it's going to work multi-chain as well. So yeah, we're just very excited, and this is just the beginning.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Sam. Marcin, going to go into a little bit more particulars on Redstone itself. More technical question. How does Redstone's modular Oracle architecture enhance the security and reliability of Spark Lend's lending markets, as an example? So, yeah, just really around security and reliability in terms of the Oracle architecture.
Yeah, good one. Oracle's is all about security. At the end of the day, this is the most important metric, and Oracle can be measured with, like reliability, number of any kind of incidents out there, and also what is the way an Oracle is responding to market turbulence. For example, like we've observed in past couple of days and weeks, like with the whole tariffs going on, or earlier when the Bybit hack happened and there was a lot of uncertainty on the market, like how markets will basically react to those kind of news. RedStone specifically is utilizing modular architecture. So we have four major modules and the data pipeline. Three of those modules are reused on every network that we support in. For example, the same three modules are used on Ethereum mainnet, on Base, on Avalanche, on Arbitrum, and so on and so forth. And only the fourth module, the data delivery one, is updated based on the virtual machine that the destination chain is using. If it's EVM, then it's the same for all EVM networks. If it's Ton, for example, we integrated Ton, the Telegram chain, then we had to, of course, like update that part of the last delivery piece. If it's Sui, we also have to update it for Move and so on and so forth. Thanks to that, we don't have to redeploy, re-audit, and reconfigure these three first components like they are shared across all of the networks. So the audits that we've done like previously are always the same. Like we don't have to tweak anything in a sense for the architecture itself. In context of Spark, we are delivering, I believe, a couple of values out there. First being providing additional um, reliability to the major feeds, as Sam mentioned, like BTC and ETH. We update the price feeds on Ethereum mainnet in the push model. We also do so on other networks if Spark decides to expand over there. So we are a viable oracle that helps to also grow on new ecosystems like, I don't know, Bera Chain. We're already live on Mega ETH testnet, and then in the future we are going to be on mainnet. So if Sparks decides to go more like, let's say, cross-chain path, we are here to help. Second is new markets. So RedStone has been known for being the first oracle to deliver price feeds for new assets. An example, when Lombard was launching LBDC for Bitcoin liquid staking, we were the first oracle to deliver that. Similar with Etina, when Etina was launching USDE and SUSDE, we were the first oracle to provide price feeds for those assets. So depending on the future demand and ideas that the DeFi space is going to bring, which I believe there are going to be plenty because we are keeping expanding that front, we're a partner that can support that one. Last but I believe not least is we are savvy and we are hungry as the team. So we keep expanding, we keep exploring new opportunities, like for example, bringing tokenized assets on chain with partner of Securitize, and then including them into DeFi for merging essentially like the DeFi and on-chain finance into one playbook, so that more institutions and traditional players can have exposure to those kind of either loop strategies or other DeFi plays that they would feel important for. Yeah, so I would say those are like the major measures. And in terms of security, RedStone has never had a single mispricing or downtime event. And I want to emphasize that because, as I mentioned, reliability is one of the major metrics for oracles, where we so far have been doing really, really well. And we're committed to keep doing so. Majority of our team are engineers, and they are making sure that the protocols that we are securing can sleep calmly and at night.
Sleep calmly at night. I wish that was a human trait as well in the industry, which I don't think we all have the luxury of that these days. But so future demand and scalability, of course, this is a relatively uncertain variable that we all work with. From a technical point of view, how scalable is the solution or the architecture? And how do you foresee governing, or rather navigating, the uncertainty in terms of the environment that we currently all operate within, which is a very volatile, uncertain future demand sort of spectrum?
Thanks to those modules, we don't have to, let's say, recalibrate the whole infrastructure when we want to utilize a new technology. Imagine there is an innovation in a specific field, either like data sourcing or aggregation or signing packages, like, or any other part. We can update just a specific module, not needing to, recalibrate the whole end-to-end flow. As we go into the future of, in my opinion, hundreds, if not like thousands of chains that will matter. So probably right now we already have thousands of chains, right? Because spinning up a chain is not expensive, but many of them don't have much traction or traffic on it. But I do believe as crypto is going to go more mainstream, we are going to expect both L1s, L2s, maybe L3s, plenty of them, and majority are going to rely on Oracle price feeds and data feeds in the future, because as of today, the major use case for oracles are still the price feeds, so pricing assets such as Bitcoin, ETH, gold, so traditional assets as well. But in my view, going forward, we are going to see more and more use cases for oracles to deliver real world information, such as weather we already can, but maybe something more sophisticated like GDP of countries, or speculating on how it's going to be the performance of one region over the other one. So, for example, someone can be long Africa or short South America. We don't know, right? So, someone will have to, let's call it, resolve those markets or bring information like how they are performing over time. And this is the job of the Oracle. And we are very much ready for those kind of scaling challenges. Another area that is pretty perspective and interesting is ZK knowledge technology implementation. So stuff more around the privacy. So how to ensure the parties that are involved in the trade, or basically sharing of the information, can be also like certain that no other third party is going to see the secrets or like the information that the Oracle is passing. So we're also actively exploring that way, because institutions do care about privacy a lot, it turns out.
Yeah, it turns out that way. Absolutely. So, Sam, I mean, it's obviously these type of partnerships strengthen and increase the reliability and security factor of Spark, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, oracles are an essential part of DeFi. If you don't have pricing information for non-correlated assets in particular, there's DeFi becomes almost useless.
Perfect. Cool. Okay. So, Sam, also, obviously, you've mentioned a few times this is just the start of many exciting partnerships and avenues that we will be embarking on for Spark Rewards. But it's also important to note this is not only about tapping into partner ecosystems or partner incentives. Can you give us a little bit of insight, or maybe a view of what you envision being the longer term play of Spark Rewards as an ecosystem play? Obviously, feeding into the benefits for the Spark ecosystem itself.
Yeah. So one of the big things that we've been doing recently is expanding multi-chain. So we have, I mean, and I'll go back even to the maker days. Has been primarily constrained to Ethereum. And so we've been rapidly expanding out to other chains. So we added support for Base in November of last year, and shortly followed after with support for Arbitrum. What was that, about a month ago, I guess, a little bit longer. And we've seen a lot of rapid growth there with the new products that we launched. So initially we had support for SUSDS on there. And we launched a new product last month called SUSDC, which allows people to get the savings rate with their USDC on each of these chains. This is really great because this is something that hasn't existed previously on these chains. Liquidity is always a concern with this, L2 environment in particular. And so the work of Spark Liquidity Layer aims to unify the liquidity for US dollar stablecoins across all of these different chains, such that users can just deposit into SUSDC or SUSDS, and then they will be getting the rate that is being generated across all of DeFi, CeFi, and TradFi. And so the Spark Rewards program, we will be looking at ways to incentivize these new products that we've already launched and we'll be launching in the near future. So yeah, as I said before, I think I suggest if you want to if you want to find these alpha opportunities, follow along. We're going to be this is the first of many programs to come, and so we really want to give back to the community and and provide what most people want, which is a nice yield on top of exploring these new products.
Cool. Maybe also just elaborate on the mechanics of the rewards. Currently, it's set for a weekly release, right?
Yes, so we'll be posting the update for the week that contains the rewards for the all the previous amount up to that point. People will have 3 months grace period to claim the rewards. And then after that, they will be closed off after some time. So it's important to stay alert of, and this program will be changing, potentially from week to week. So stay tuned to what's going on. There is some alpha in like paying attention. So if you want an edge, not everybody is looking at this stuff. So you can really, if you're moving quick and staying on top of things, there's going to be some alpha you can achieve out of this.
Awesome, cool. Now there is a disclaimer that we have added into the post that we've just released. Sam, can you just elaborate a little bit on the geographic limitations of this program?
Oh yeah, of course. So anything we're subject to the Sky Atlas restriction list. So any country on there, you're not allowed to claim rewards, as well as the USA for the RedStone program.
Awesome. Thank you very much. So important terms and conditions apply. And of course, the industry and the space moves incredibly fast. So like Sam said, follow us on all of the wires. And of course, follow our partners, RedStone. They've got some amazing things on the go. So we put our information out there on a very regular basis. Exciting times for Spark, exciting times for RedStone. You've obviously, Marcin, you've come through the whole TGE moment in your project's lifespan. Any tips, any hints, any recommendations for projects looking to do the same? And yes, I'm not referring to the 90-day window I think we all have now in terms of market stability.
Yeah, of course. Like there is like right now ongoing tariff war, which impacts the market a lot. As mentioned today, another partner of RedStone, Babylon, launched Baby. So probably watching how this launch rolled out and what are any potential lessons learned can be very much actual, because as you know, crypto has a very short innovation and also change of heart cycle, let's call it. Something that worked 3 months ago or a month ago not necessarily is going to work again like going forward. But I would say three advices. One is to have strong partners close to you that will be able to share like any advice and then support also the growth as you see the need or expansion plans. Second is chat with the community and basically people on Twitter. Try not to create like a closed echo chamber so that you can get like any feedback and see what people are actually thinking out there. And three is don't overthink it. At least for us, we are an Oracle, so we are an infrastructure provider. The most important aspect is to be as reliable as possible to serve our clients and to ensure that they can keep innovating. So whatever is new on the market, we go there, we deliver, and then we try to expand the space as this. Token launch is just one of the milestones on the very long journey of making sure that DeFi and on-chain finance is the ultimate bundle that people are utilizing day to day for various operations, either financial or in other world. So those would be the major aspects. In terms of RedStone itself, we've got a pretty sick pipeline of new product launches. I cannot share everything. Just 2 days ago, we announced RedStone Bolt, which is the fastest blockchain oracle on the market right now, updating price on chain over 400 times a second, which is fairly hard to comprehend for a mind. Like 400 times a second is unimaginable. Like it's impossible to plot it on a chart, right? Like it's going to be just too quick for a human eye to catch all the changes that are happening out there. Um, and as we expand, I hope some of the products that they are going to launch will be also be able to be blended into Spark strategy for expansion and further growth. Here, maybe like a quick question to you, Sam, if I may. As you look on all the opportunities out there with new ecosystems and chains, do you believe Spark is going to stay very much within the EVM space and ecosystem, or you envision any potential for other virtual machines for Sparkland?
Yeah, although EVM is our home base and our teams are very much tooled up for the EVM space, I think long term it doesn't make sense to tie yourself to any particular technology. So from the Sky ecosystem as a whole is already expanded into Solana, and although Spark is focused on Ethereum, L2s, this kind of stuff, there's also the Barachain Star that was announced not too long ago. So again, that's EVM. But we're just going to be focused on where the opportunities are, regardless of the technology, meeting user demand and supplying interest rate stability and liquidity to wherever users want to borrow. It's not us to decide, and mandate to people which lending markets they should choose. We really want to just facilitate whatever the users want to use.
Absolutely. And it also comes back to the governance, the DAO, right? So whatever the governance will choose is the direction that Spark will take.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Okay, guys. Let's look to wrap up. Marcin, thank you so much for obviously taking time out. I've got to say, you've got one of the classiest backgrounds I've seen on many of our calls. We've had some interesting backgrounds, but yours is definitely one of the better ones. Sam, we need to work on yours with the microwave.
It's a bit boring.
It's as long as there's not a chicken cooking in the background, we're good. Or what was the old rule of thumb in the office space? No tuna sandwiches are allowed in the office space.
It's a good rule.
Okay, so thank you very much. Yeah, exciting time today. Obviously, we deployed Spark Spaces, a new feature, a new product rollout, which is a step in the very positive right direction. And thanks for the tips on the TGE, Marcin. That was greatly appreciated. I think we checked all those boxes. Of course, I'm not being biased, but we definitely do. And we are rolling at quite a pace ourselves. So yeah, thanks for being our number one partner on Spark Rewards. And I don't think we could have selected a better one. Yeah, and in light with that, maybe any final thoughts, Marcin, and then maybe Sam?
Yeah, thanks a lot. Maybe like one final thought in crypto in general, it's cool to stay present with all the people that we meet at conferences. So the first moment I met Sam actually was FCC 2022. I remember that moment vividly. That was a ZK Sync, like Matter Labs rather, which is a parent company, side event where you could customize your own clothing, like a jacket or whatever else.
Ah,
And
yes, yes.
and I entered this event, and Sam is the first person almost like I meet over there. And I start chatting with him, and he says he's working at MakerDAO. And I'm like, oh, cool. I know a lot of people from MakerDAO in Poland. And then he says, okay, that's probably my colleagues. And I say, I'm organizing eForso. And he tells, that was like very niche event back then. 2022 was our first edition. And he says, oh, yeah, I'm coming over there. I'm like, oh, okay, that guy is probably joking. Like, what are the chances of like totally brand new event, a guy from MakerDAO coming to the event? And it turned out that later we did meet in Warsaw itself. So my point is over here, you never know who are going to meet on side events and conferences in crypto, and when you end up like working together. It's been a long road, like observing also like Spark coming to life. Like over then Sam was part of the MakerDAO team as far as this I remember, and then Spark emerged, which was pretty an innovation. The whole SDAI and now SUSDS is of course like a very important and integral part of the ecosystem right now. And I'm really happy that we work together and we can also contribute as a partner to the Spark Rewards and help you guys to kick off that program and make people a bit warmer with the red token. Hopefully, red charts. But over that we don't have much power. So over to you, Sam.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. So,
Yeah, I'll echo that. I mean, the in person is like completely underrated. I think, a lot of our lives we spend, on Twitter, crypto Twitter, that kind of stuff, and it can get very heated and very nasty, and sometimes. But like, I think you always just got to meet people in real life. There's something about the human condition that's you just get a much better connection, feel for people who they are in real life, and I think I'm very bullish on IRL. Some people were saying, conferences, they're kind of done, they're kind of over. But me, I love going to conferences just, if nothing else, to meet awesome people such as Marcin. So I'm going to echo what Marcin said for my final statement as well.
awesome. And Sam, you are going to be at Token 2049. So I know
Well,
we've got a few speaking slots for you. And yeah, Marcin, are you going to be at Token 2049?
I'm skipping that one, unfortunately, but I'm going to be at FCC in Cannes. So happy
be
to
there.
meet everyone over there.
Good choice. If you're having a boat party, I will expect tickets. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, thank you so much for dialing in and obviously allocating some time out of your busy days. For the community listening in, thank you for listening in. And yeah, today earmarks a new chapter in Spark's book, which is very exciting. And thank you for RedStone for being partner number one of many, of course, to come down the line. Sam, Marcin, thank you. It's been a pleasure chatting and hanging out.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Ciao, ciao.